back when I lived here at 1410 Farmgate Road in Kiss, North Carolina. You see all the trees? You see that how that house looks like some out of a previous century? You see how beautiful this place looks. Glorious. This wonderful house. I lived here. I had all these trees. There was a ditch on the other side. I used to play in as a kid. This place was a beautiful place to live. Wonderful place to live. For my childhood home. I lived there until I was a year old, till I was 22. And this right here, my trails. Okay. Right here. And find them. Okay, see. Give me a second.
As it stands now.
It's very. But anyways, these places made everything else was beautiful. Because I had this place at 1410 Farmgate Road on. Because I had this place to live. Because it was so beautiful. Whenever I went to the beach, the waves sounded glorious crashing against the shore. The sand felt glorious. The girls looked good. Well, there wasn't many girls out there, so, scratch that off. I had 5 family with me. They were the best family in the world. Whenever I went anywhere else, traveled abroad, the sun always shone brightly, gloriously. It is a pleasant thing for thine eyes to behold the sun. Solomon writes in the book of Ecclesiastes. The snow was white. Everything was glorious when I had this right, because I knew I'd come home and I associated the beauty of everything with the beauty of this house right here. But now this house is gone, so the sun shines dark and gray. The sound of the waves and the beach is a nuisance. Walking in the sand is a nuisance because it gets all in my shoes. Wherever I go, everything's loud, gray, metal, and concrete. It doesn't help the fact that I'm not a good-looking guy. Let me show you my trails. Okay. You look at this right here. Look at this glorious St. Peter's. That's where I blazed the trail all the way from my childhood neighborhood at Farmgate Road, all the way. The trail was a little over a mile long to this church right here, St. Peter's Free Will Baptist Church. I used to come out here at night and just sit back and relax. Even though I was not a good-looking guy and I detested my looks, if I had been a good-looking guy, I would have had everything back then and the longer arms. But wherever I go, wherever I went, if I went to another city, everything was glorious. The video arcades, the bars, the nightclubs, the mall, the country. When I went to the cliffs of the Neuse to swim, it was pure fun. It was heavenly, ecstatic, because I had this right here to come to when I got home. I had a place to hang out my hat right here. And half a mile down the road was a trail that led all the way to here. And everything was beautiful because I had this. But now that the church is gone, the house at 1410 Farmgate Road, they've cut down the beloved trees, especially that they cut down the plum tree I planted when I was a kid. When I was a kid, that can never be replaced. Could God even replace that? Yes, but God could also raise George Washington up for the dead and make him our next president. Translation: there's some things that God will not do. That would require too much of a miracle, and God does not do those type of miracles until He takes over the world from the devil. This church has been torn down to the ground. This home now looks. Now, look how beautiful this home looks right here now from that then, and look how inglorious it looks now. Look at that. Gray and black and white.
I tell you what, that
Gray and black and white. Here it goes. Milton Fields tore down 3 of the trees that I loved.
1410 Park
Look at that.
Road.
The shrubbery is gone. The window shutter, the window placards are gone. Those black things that the window borders, what the hell you call them?
Carolina.
The maple tree is gone. They've paved some more driveways. The ditch has been filled in. Even though I buy this house, it's not gonna be the same unless I can get the ditch redug and get this house looking like it did before, with the window shutters, the air conditioning, the cat house. So, because of this, I have nothing. There's nothing of beauty in this world anymore. Nothing. Even the beautiful countryside, other places, the sun still shines gray because I don't have this to come home to anymore. And I hear someone saying, get over it. We all lose things we love. Well, fuck you too, you slut. Go to hell. Suck my dick. Because I got Asperger's. I develop emotional connections. It's like I lost a family member. I love these places where I used to live. And that church more than I do 90% of the people in the world. And I ain't ashamed to say it. Let's see if I can find a... Okay. Suck my dick. Look at that. My trail came all the way. Suck my dick. My trail came all the way from here. That is the beginning. I did that all by myself. Get that fucking spam art. Get that fucking thing out of me, slut. Look how beautiful and peaceful it is. And knowing this trail came from the neighborhood where I lived at. And eventually came out. Hold on, I'm going to let you see how beautiful this is. Look how... I used to go there every year and cut this trail back. This trail is over 20 years old. Because of this time, back in 2004, if only I had the good looks and the longer forms back then, I would have had everything back then. I would have had everything. Do you understand me? Now the only thing that matters to me besides Jesus is getting the long forms, to have long forms and those good looking girls, be a good looking guy, a hot guy looking in my 20s. And if I can have that, I can connect my happiness with what I would have when I got that with the happiness I had back then. And I'll be able to reconnect the gray future with the colorful past, the glorious, beautiful colors of the past. If not, the more and more I think about this, the more and more I realized what I ain't got. There's nothing that is nothing you can give me to replace this. The more I'm thinking about killing myself. All these trails right here. These trails came out right here. No. No. Where the fuck is that? All those trails you just saw came out right here. Where's that fucking church?
Over a mile long.
That trail I show you, it was for over a mile long like that. It came out at the trail came out right this part right here. The left-hand corner of the church. Now I've lost everything I've truly loved. The only thing that can give me the will to live, besides Jesus back, I'd rather have Jesus than all this. But even if I have Jesus and do not have all this, even if I have Jesus, if I can't at least be a good-looking guy, thin and sexy, looking young with the longer forearms, I will waste my life. If he uses me, he's gonna have to do it. I'm thinking, look how ugly and old I look right here in this picture. I seriously want to kill myself if I can't get people to listen to me. I seriously want to kill myself. It's impossible to get this back. Could God give it back to me? Yeah. But God could also raise up Abraham Lincoln from the dead and make him our next president. I stand about as much chance God raising Abraham Lincoln from the dead and making him president. Me getting back all these from God. Being able to give me all this back. There's about as much a chance that he can do that as him raising Abraham Lincoln from the dead and making him our next president. And the more I look at myself, the more I want to kill myself. It's really easy to do, just down these sleeping pills. If I can't lose his gut. I had barely anything to eat today. Even my dad mentioned it. Have you even eaten today, Dad asks. I'm going on a Gene Cooney diet. I'd rather be anorexic than big and pudgy and fat. Because at least if I'm anorexic, I can always eat and get bigger. It's easier to eat and get bigger. Fucking shit! I want to fucking kill myself, you son of a fucking bitch, motherfucker, slut motherfucker, dick sucking motherfucking, cum drinking motherfucker.